Right now at 6, a driver under arrest after police say he deliberately shot out traffic cameras. The new details that might explain why he chose those targets. Plus,
we expect our firefighters to go into these situations at any time, and this one turned bad and real bad.
An update on the Gresham firefighter who was seriously injured when a rescue attempt turned tragic. Then, why is public art in Old Town now considered a neighborhood nuisance?
Nobody contacts the Chinese American community and asks for their input.
And the Oregonian with Olympic-sized dreams set to row for gold in Paris.
It'd be pretty awesome to try and reach this, and so just kind of chipped away at it.
Breaking now at 6, Vancouver police are asking for help finding a 16-year-old they say disappeared under extremely suspicious circumstances. Her name is Crystal Anderson, and police say she was last seen earlier today near the Vancouver Mall and that her mother found her phone nearby around 1 this afternoon. Crystal was wearing glasses with a light pink hoodie and jogger pants. Vancouver police say they are concerned this could be a hate crime because Crystal's hoodie has writing that says, "My pronouns are she and they." We just had a chance to talk with Crystal's mom, who says police also found the hoodie left behind in a trash can.
I just know they would never take that hoodie off. It was a gift to them and it had their pronouns on it. They would never take the headphones off because they're sensitive to loud sounds and busy sounds and busy locations.
Yeah, we appreciate her talking to us as we do what we can to get the word out. They add it is unusual for Crystal not to check in with family. Right now, they're putting up flyers around the area, trying to find someone who might have seen something. This is a live look at the Vancouver Mall right now where the family is gathering with police. Anyone with information about Crystal should contact Vancouver police. We will keep you posted, of course, as we learn more. Well, now to a driver arrested for allegedly shooting out more than a dozen traffic cameras in a crime spree that officials say cost the city of Portland at least $500,000. Let's get right to Thomas Schultz live in Southeast Portland, the scene of one of those shootings. And it turns out, Thomas, where the suspect also apparently scored some speeding tickets.
Yeah, David, 28-year-old Chase Grijalva has gotten 3 tickets here in the past 3 months, including one just last Friday. Now, we're on the intersection of Southeast Washington and 103rd, and Grijalva's now been arrested and charged with multiple felonies after prosecutors say he pointed a gun at a TriMet bus driver and shot in the presence of a 4-year-old. Fortunately, there were no injuries, but there is hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage to cameras like this one.
Your Honor, the next matter is going to be page 27, line 2, Grijalva versus Chase.
After Portland police searched for weeks for someone shooting at traffic cameras, they arrested 28-year-old Chase Grijalva Monday. He's accused of damaging 17 traffic cameras and leaving many riddled with bullet holes.
Anytime you discharge a firearm within city limits, really anywhere, somebody can get injured.
Since May 27th, police have looked for the shooter in this video, suspected to be Grijalva, who exits his car, walks over to a red light camera, and shoots at it 3 times.
I can't believe it.
Disturbing Southeast residents.
Portland's just getting out of hand.
The spree continued Monday when police say Grijalva shot cameras midday at Stark and Southeast 122nd and 148th, creating more than $500,000 worth of damage overall.
This area has gotten rougher and crazier.
And this comes after Grijalva racked up 4 speeding tickets in less than 3 months.
Oh, I bet that guy was angry about getting the ticket.
Though after Monday's shootings, police got ahead of Grijalva by predicting which camera he'd target next.
Officers determined this could be the individual they've been looking for, so they started thinking outside the box and they tried to figure out where he might be going next, and they basically intercepted him.
Now, when they were arresting Grijalva, Benner says police say he reached toward his waistband. That's when they used force. And today in the courtroom, you could see there was bruising below both of his eyes. Now, there's going to be a hearing tomorrow as well with the judge to determine whether or not Grijalva should be kept in jail until his trial. David?
Interesting that police revealed some of their tactics there. Thank you, Thomas. In your headlines, the driver charged with stealing a truck tractor and leading police on a chase from Portland to Vancouver made his first court appearance today. 39-year-old Jesus Meza Sanchez is already facing charges in Washington, with more expected in Oregon. The incident brought I-205 to a standstill after a chase that started in Multnomah County when Meza Sanchez allegedly drove the truck into two Sheriff's Department vehicles. And he didn't say much as prosecutors laid out what appeared to be a long criminal history.
With that criminal history and then with the conduct described in the probable cause statement, Your Honor, we view this defendant as both a flight risk and a significant danger to community safety. Our bail request here will be $200,000.
Well, the judge agreed to that $200,000 bail request. Meza Sanchez will be back in court later this month. Two police officials were found to have acted lawfully when they shot at a double murder suspect who led police on a chase down I-5 with a 1-year-old in the car. This was back on April 23rd during a multi-state manhunt for Elias Huizar. Oregon State Police spotted him on I-5 near Harrisburg and say when they tried to pin his car in, he pointed a gun out the window and shot at a sergeant. That sergeant and the superintendent of the OSP both fired back. The Lynn County DA determined the shooting was justified, saying they acted in self-defense and in defense of others. No one was hit. Investigators say Huizar later died by suicide. The 1-year-old was okay. And just in time for summer, Portlanders can now dial 311 to request a free air conditioning unit. This is in connection with the Cooling Portland program that was launched in 2022, a year after the deadly heat dome. The goal here to help those who are low income with priority for those who are older than 60. Matt?
All right, David, thanks very much. We've got a clear sky right now. We've got a clear sky in the forecast for several days to come. However, not Father's Day. I'll show you what's going to happen there in a minute. 70 degrees. Winds have been a thing today, not so much on the west side, but over on the east side, like in the Dalles. You're looking at our camera in the Dalles. West winds at 26 miles an hour there. Pardon me. And again, it's clear, it's dry, but it is windy. In fact, some of the gusts have been impressive. So there's a wind advisory from the Dalles out east through the Columbia Basin and then north here. It includes the Trout Lake Valley here north of Hood River there. So that continues until 11 o'clock tonight. Here are the peak wind gusts we've had so far. Wasco in Wasco County, 46 miles an hour. Pendleton had a gust of 45, Hermiston 39, Rowena 36, and the Dalles 38. So again, it's been blowing strongly out in the central and eastern Columbia River Gorge. For tomorrow, 67 at noon and 76 will be the high tomorrow. So just a beautiful day, a little warmer than today. And look at that sunset at 9 o'clock. We're in the long days of the year. Enjoy them. We got several sunny, warm days ahead, but the weekend, that Father's Day rain, at least over part of the weekend, we'll dig into that in a bit, David.
Love the 9 o'clock. We'll take the sunshine. Thanks, Matt. We have an update this evening on the Gresham firefighter who suffered severe burns when he ran into a burning home to search for a teenager. Daisy Caballero spoke with the fire chief about the long road to recovery.
Spencer Tejas remains in critical condition. He's undergone several surgeries, including skin grafts on both arms and right thigh, according to the family's GoFundMe update. And Gresham Fire Chief Scott Lewis tells me this is the worst injury he's seen in his 40-plus year career. The fire happened the night of May 30th at a duplex off Southeast 182nd in Gresham. Spencer was one of 3 firefighters who was injured as they believed a teen with disabilities was inside the burning home. Turns out he wasn't. While all 3 firefighters survived, Spencer suffered burns to 45% of his body. Chief Lewis tells me he believes Spencer's skin was burnt from the heat around him and not directly from the flames. Now the department is looking into what exactly happened and ways they can prevent this from happening in the future.
You know there's risk. We try to mitigate the risk as much as we can. We buy the very best fire protective clothing for our firefighters that's available on the market, and sometimes even the best isn't good enough.
A candle is to blame for starting this fire. In the latest update from the family, they say Spencer will remain intubated for the foreseeable future. The GoFundMe has already raised nearly $200,000. And if you'd like to write a letter of encouragement to the family, Chief Lewis said you can drop it off at Station 71 or mail it to 1333 Northwest Eastman Parkway. Back to you.
Yeah, I know we are all pulling for him. Well, it was a special homecoming today for a longtime Vancouver educator who returned to the Northwest while recovering from an unexpected brain injury. We've been following Scott Monroe's story, and today he and his wife Katrina got a warm welcome from family and friends at PDX. You see, the couple spent the past 8 months in Chicago and Omaha getting Scott specialized inpatient care. This odyssey began last September. Scott went in for routine shoulder surgery, what was supposed to be, and came out in a coma. His family says an unchecked lack of oxygen for several minutes during the surgery caused major brain damage. Scott's been relearning the basics of living, from walking to talking. He has a ways to go, though. He says finally coming home is a big step.
Feels great. Feels even better to see all these people.
It's very emotional, and it also feels right. It feels like we've kind of come full circle, you know, Vancouver and then Portland to Chicago, then to Omaha, and now we're finally back.
The Monroes say they are so thankful for the people who've helped support them through it all.